Hello everyone, and welcome to my Photoshop CS2 tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you how to create your own custom poster by removing a toon from its original background and placing it on a new background, adding text, creating a poster title, and applying effects to the text. This is just a beginner's course, so I will keep it as simple as I can. We will start off getting a picture of your toon. As you can see, I'll be using Silly Snappy to take a picture of catatonic cataclysm. To do that, I want to get up as close as I can to him. I want to hit the tab 3 times to get into toon view. As you can see, it's about as big of a picture as I'm going to get of him. More detail, the better. Then I hit F3 to get rid of all this background icons and names so I get a nice clear picture of him. That's all I want is the cat. And then click F9 for the screenshot. Now if you have a light color toon like Silly Snappy, I brought him over to Lawbot HQ to get the dark background. As you can see, the white contrasts with the dark. Might be a little problem with the legs down there, but that can be fixed. So we go into Photoshop, click File, then Open. Then navigate to your Toontown folder and into the Screenshots folder. As you can see, there's the cat. There's the mouse. Today, for this tutorial, we'll be using the cat. So we opened up the cat. As you can see, dark with the light background. The hands might be a little problem because they're light, but we can fix that once we've got the background all erased. So you want to get onto the magnifying glass, which is called the zoom tool. Click that, then right click your image, click fit on screen. That enlarges the image. And then you want to kind of drag the bottom down to make it as big as possible. Now, we just want the cat. So we're going to come up here to this third tool on the left. It's called the crop tool. Click that. And find out, approximate the edges. You want to draw a square right around the cat. The dotted lines indicate that's where it's going to be cropped. You want to keep the cat in the center. Everything outside will be deleted. Right click, select crop. Go back over to your zoom tool. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to left click it to enlarge it so that I can get into fine detail. You can start anywhere you want. I usually like to start at the head. So I'll scroll up to the head. And we want to erase that entire white background. So we're going to come over here. This is the eraser tool. This is the tool that you're going to use to erase the background. You click and hold it, you'll see eraser tool, background eraser tool, which is the one you want. And you come over and you put the crosshairs just on the white area. The edges of the circle doesn't matter. As you can see, it's not erasing any part of the cat. All it's doing is erasing the area where the crosshairs touch. Just trace around your toon. Try to get into the small areas as best you can. Once you run out of room, continue in the other area. Once you're done with the viewable area, you can click this sidebar on the side and drag it down, or you can use a scroll wheel and scroll down so you can erase the background on the rest of the image. As you're moving your cursor, you want to make sure you keep that left mouse button clicked as you drag. And it will erase all the background. All the checkerboard that you see means there's nothing there. That's going to be your invisible background. As you can see on the hand, some of the checkerboards hit the hand, but we'll fix that later. Make sure you get all that white. Scroll down. As we're getting in the darker area of the shadows, as you can see, it's also erasing part of the boot. We'll be able to fix that later as well. Okay, now that we got all that, we want to get the rest of the background erased, so you can just start hitting the areas outside the area I've already traced. Easier way, now that you've done the background eraser, you can use the eraser tool. You come up here and you can resize it. That was 13 pixels. So we're going to make it a lot larger so we can complete this a lot quicker. Under the diameter, I went selected 47. Now it's a lot bigger. You're going to erase a much bigger area. Get rid of all that white background. Scroll. Scroll up again. Now completely erase the background. Now we're going to need to touch up the toon. All those blemishes that we made erasing the background. As you can see, we got these little areas. That area there, part of the shoe. We're going to touch all that up. Same with that area we missed. Go to the eraser tool. Make it smaller. I'm going to go with 9 pixels. Get rid of that. And maybe a little little smaller for that gap. About 3 pixels. Erase all that gray. Round out the boot. Same thing down here, we got this area outside the boot. Take a little layer off the edges, it really won't matter. Once you put the toon to normal size, you really won't notice the difference. It's only a couple pixels. Just kind of clean it up. Okay, so now come over here. Which one is it here? This one, I believe. Yeah, there it is. We want to use the smudge tool. It's like a finger on a hand. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the areas that do have color, and we're just going to kind of slide it over. Left click, slide, and release. Just to drag that color over so it covers up those areas that were damaged by the background eraser. Just kind of stay within the colors, the color scheme of the object that you're working on. So it looks natural by the time you're done smudging the colors together. Get a little bit up there. The heel. Just little tiny strokes. You can also adjust the size of the cursor, same way you did with the eraser. Just drag the colors together so they'll blend together and get rid of that transparency. A little too thick than what it was, that's okay, because we're going to go back and touch it up. See how some of those edges, they're a little jagged and smudgy, blurry. We'll fix that. Just kind of drag the colors to where they're supposed to be. And okay, now we want the eraser tool. We're just going to kind of clean up around the edges where we smudged. So it's a nice crisp line between the image and the background. Get rid of all that fuzziness. And it doesn't matter if you do some of the image, it's only a couple pixels. It's not going to be noticeable once you make the toon its regular size. Just want a nice clear edge on it. Work on the boots. Always good when you're doing this just to do short little strokes, release the left mouse key. That way there, if you make a mistake, you can just hit Control Z undo what you did. Make a mistake. Just take your time. Now, we're going to go back to the zoom tool. We're going to right click, actual fit on screen. As you can see, the background is gone. All we have is the toon left. Click the select tool, you're able to move them around. And if you see any of the boxes changing colors, it means you missed an area. If you don't see anything, it looks like you've got just about all the background. Now, we're going to move this guy to the side. We're going to put him in another background. So I'm going to open up this screenshot of the estate that I took. Move it off to the side. Select the cat. We're going to come up here. We're going to hit image. And we're going to move down to image size. We're going to resize him. He's at 294 pixels by 511 pixels. So I think we're going to make him stay the same. He should fit in there. Make sure you have your select tool. Drag the cat over and release it in that image. Move him around. And with the dark background, you should see any of those light pixels that you erased. So we want to zoom in. As you can see, a bunch of little white blemishes still left over. Right there. Some there. Some there. Down in here. Hands look kind of jagged. So we're going to get our eraser tool. Make sure that layer 1 is selected. And then we're just going to go through and erase those white spots. As you can see, I have my eraser set at 3 pixels. The way there it's small. I can fine detail the image. Just go around the edges, kind of smooth them out. Get rid of those blemishes from the old background. We got some dark stuff here we left behind as well. Some right here. Try to make it so that the picture is as clear as possible so you can't distinguish that toon was in another image. Look at this mess over here. Looks like Leaf took a few bites out of his hand. Round that hand off, make it look natural. get down on an area like this, 3 pixels isn't small enough, so I'm going to get down to 1 pixel. I don't want to erase too much on his face and make it look unnatural. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to select my eraser again. I'm just going to clean up that little tiny bit of white right in that crease. Take your time. With the eraser tool, you can actually erase part of the cat's head. You don't want that. Final view, see that there's a couple of bad spots here which we can take care of. So you want to go down to this icon here and select the eyedropper tool. Left click that, select the color around that area right there. Then you want to come over to the paintbrush tool. Click and hold. Make sure brush tool is selected. Then you come over here and make this a little smaller. Got a little lag going here because of the video. Change that pixel size down to, I'm going to go with 2. And when you click in the area, fill it in with that color, get rid of those blemishes. Just like that. And then we're going to scroll down, for any other bad spots that we can touch up. This toon is almost ready. Looks like we got a couple bad spots by that hand. Let's grab that eraser. Get rid of them. Let's increase this. 15. Bigger so we see the entire toon. Bit of stuff there that we missed around the edge of the hand. Let's see, a little bit here. Part of the hand over here. It will look good. So we want to go to the magnifying glass, right click, fit on screen. And there you go. Your toon is now in its new environment. You can move them around, make sure that you don't see any white pixels or anything against the green background. Looks good to me. So now show you is how to add text using this text button. First, we're going to need to put in a text bubble. So I have a few that I made before that I use most of the time in my posters. text bubbles folder, and we're going to give him a right text bubble. I usually save them a lot larger. I need them. So I'm going to come over here to image size. I'm going to reduce it from 800 pixels to 400. Okay. Make sure my select tool is selected. I'm going to drag that over and place it. Now it has a speech bubble. Go to the text tool. And at the top, you're going to see the type of font, the style of the font, the size of the font, and the effects to the font, and then the positioning. So since this is a toon, toons usually don't speak in Times New Roman, so I'm going to go up to Impress BT, which is the font used for toon speech. And it's lagging again because I'm recording the video. There it is right at the top. See right there, it says Impress BT. Select the font. As you can see, you can't, that's grayed out, so you can't change that, but you can change the size. So let's see, we're going to put it at 24. I usually keep it on sharp because that makes it a nice crisp text. Then you drag to make your text box. The blinking cursor on the side will show you the size of the text. I think I'm going to make that a little bigger. Go 48. See how the line grew a little bit? Then we're going to go ahead and type in our text. Text was too big for the box, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the box down so I see everything. I'm going to highlight all the text. Back up. First of all, I'm going to change it to black rather than that grayish. That up there is white. You have all these different colors you can use if you so choose. I like sticking with the original black text for toons. With it still highlighted, I want to come back up here. I want to decrease the font. That's a little too small. We got that gap at the bottom. So we're going to go in between at 36. That fits pretty good. So I'm going to drag my text box back up. And I think I'm going to go ahead and center it. Make it look better. Just like that. You hit enter. And it places the text. That's how you place a toon on a background. Now I'm going to hide that text. I'm going to show you how to do some cog text. New text box. Come up to your fonts. Scroll down. And look for VT Portable Remington. That is cog text. Select the font. Text. There you go, he's talking cog. You can also move the text box by going up outside the box. You can move it around. to place it, hit enter, it places your text. That is CogTalk. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to create the title of your poster. All kinds of fun, be very creative. So we have our text tool selected and find ourselves a font that's suitable for a title. As you notice on the right hand side, it gives you all the different samples. So you just kind of look through the samples, see kind of what you want. Let's kind of look around the different fonts. I think I'm going to choose the mini font. Increase that to 72 for now. And you want to make your text box, and you want to kind of have it even on both sides so that it stays nice and centered on your poster. We're going to go ahead and start naming our poster. Just like that. Let's put an exclamation point there. Okay, we're going to highlight that text. It's kind of small for a poster. And you're not just limited to 72 points. You can also click inside this box, enter any number you want, and it will increase that font. But part of that font is missing. So you want to drag the window down. There it is. Okay, so now you have your title. So now we're going to go ahead and over here, you'll see this is my poster title. Right click it, select blending options. We're going to add some fine little text effects to our title to make it kind of stand out. This is a drop shadow. You select it, then click it, click the color here, and you go ahead and select any color you want. We're going to choose red. As you can see, on the left-hand side is a little drop shadow of red. If you don't want it on the left side, you can go ahead and change the angle of it. And now it's on the right side. Change angle again. As you can see, it's like top right. Now it's top left. So you can kind of play around with the angles. Over here is the distance. As you can see, that kind of pulls the drop away from the lettering itself. And then you can adjust the spread, which basically just makes it kind of look a little 3D. And then the size, give it like a fuzzy appearance to it. And down under quality, you'll see contour. That adds different effects to the text as well, between the drop shadow and the text. Click each one and it'll show you what it will look like. We're going to go back to the original. And that's it for drop shadows. Now we go to inner shadow. Select it, click it, adjust the color, make it like a yellow. Click OK. Doesn't seem to be working. Let's increase the opacity. Still no yellow. Some fonts do work well with some effects, and other effects do not affect the font the way they're supposed to. So we'll go back to blending options. The inner shadow does not work with this font. Go to outer glow, select it, click it. This is the color of the outer glow. Let's make it a little more yellow. Okay. Now we're going to go over to the opacity. Well, we'll make that 100% so it really stands out. As you can see, you got that yellow border. And you want to go over spread and size. You can make it kind of blur outwards, increasing your size. Adjust your technique, that'll give you a different effect. Spread will make it a lot further away from the letters. Of course, you have your quality settings that you can do for different effects as well. That's it for outer glow. Skip inner glow because that probably won't work either. Bevel and emboss. It's really nice. It kind of makes the lettering stand out. You have different options for where the bevels are, which gives different effects to the text. We're going to stick with the original inner bevel. Under technique, smooth, chisel hard, and chisel soft. We'll stay with the smooth. You have your depth option, you have your direction, and your size, angle. Adjust the contour. You can also adjust the highlight mode and the shadow mode. Give it a different color. And if you select contour, as you can see, it kind of makes the lettering stand off the page. Again, different contour settings, and the range will also give you a nice effect. Kind of looks 3D, standing off the page. Okay, now we're going to go down to satin. Doesn't look like this one's working with this font in there. No. No red. Okay, we're going to go to color overlay. Basically change text to whatever color you want. You can also do it in the other menu, but they put it into a text effect. Gradient overlay gives you a nice little effect of adding gradients to your font. Add the rainbow, different type of rainbow, some Christmas colors, orange and blue, some copper. It's all different types of gradients you can use. Pattern overlay, what that does is it creates a pattern inside your text. You have different preloaded patterns that you can use. Kind of fabric-y. stroke. What stroke will do is it'll add outer border to your letters. See the red on the black. Increase the size. Sort outlines. Inside, outside, do center. Each one has its own little effect. Adjust the opacity of it. Less opacity means you can see through it. More means you can't. You can also add a gradient over here as well to the border itself, which gives it a nice little effect. You can also adjust the angle of the way that the gradient's looking. That's it. That's how you personalize your poster file. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video helps you understand how to use your Photoshop, and maybe I'll make another one of these sometime soon. Have fun.